Welcome to your daily dose of astrological insight and inspiration for Wednesday, the 9th of October 2024. I'm intuitive evolutionary astrologer and psychic tarot reader, Crystal, the crystalline priestess. Now, let's get into the energy of the day. Okie dokie, love. So we have that exact Mercury opposition with Chiron today. We have the moon who has made that opposition with Jupiter. So this is for about 10 a.m. this chart. So we did have that opposition with Jupiter happening very early in the hours of our morning. For us Aussies, like I said to you yesterday, it would have been late Tuesday night afternoon for my Northern Hemisphere buddies. So we are feeling a little bit of a pep, more of a pep in our step than I think we've felt, but I think we're still starting to face these wounds, and I think these wounds have really got us. I actually like this opposition between the moon and Jupiter, and I like the Mercury opposition with Chiron in a way, because I do think that, you know, having that trine that's also connecting with Jupiter at the same time as the moon makes that opposition, it does feel as though this is kind of like that moment to see just how strong we actually are when we are facing ourselves and we're doing what we need to do in the moment. So I do feel as though there's a lot of subconscious stuff that is going to be coming up for us today, just because we have that Mercury Chiron connection. So we are facing some of these identity issues, and I think the funniest thing was, like, our channeled song was literally Fergalicious, and the line that was actually standing out to me the most was I be up in the gym just working on my fitness. And so I think that this feels like a day, Wednesday, where I think we're valuing physicality. We have dance and meditation coming out with connection and shadow. So the shadow is definitely out. It's out this whole week. It's out this whole, I suppose, 6 months really, because we just had that new moon solar eclipse, which was with Lilith, and it was exactly conjunct Lilith. So that means that we're dealing with shadows for the next 6 months. So with dance and meditation coming out, we are needing to understand that the best thing we could do is to move our bodies, I think, through this process. Aries is, it's the physical body, I think, and it's the head. And so we have that opposition with Mercury. So, if you're feeling like your brain's feeling a little condensed, things are feeling a little bit rough, I think maybe headachy, definitely try and move your body, sweat, get some energy moving, because I think it's really going to help. With the spider coming out, it does feel as though there is this beautiful intricate web, and this dance of life that we're sort of in at the moment, and we're almost needing to sort of dance around the way I think life's presenting itself. And I think that for all of us, we're feeling really strange and really otherworldly and really, I think, positive, but also really just in this knowing. I feel like we all have this knowing at the moment that is just telling us, like, we're at the end of something. We're ready to integrate a new structure and a new reality and a new way of being in our lives. So we still have Venus, who is in this beautiful trine over with Mars on Wednesday. And so we are needing to understand that we're still in this, needing to get to the bottom of it energy, needing to purge things that are no longer valuable for us in our connections and in our relationships. This is looking at ourselves and looking at our emotions, like we've spoken to, and looking at where we've been tearing our own selves apart, where we've been at battle with ourselves, where we've been essentially our own worst enemy. That moon's opposition with Jupiter today feels as though there's this need to face the facts. And I think the fact is that when you work out, when you take care of your physical body, when you're taking care of your emotional needs, when you're taking care of yourself, you feel better, you look better, you are perceived better in society. Everything is better when you're taking better care of yourself. And that's not to say that you're gonna, taking better care of yourself means that you're never gonna have an accident or you're never gonna have anything bad happen to you again. But I feel as though with this Yod destiny, we have to understand that it's absolutely important to understand where our emotions, our feelings, our health, all of these things matter more than we have given them credit. We have solar, void of course, moon missing at the bottom of the deck in the reverse. So we know that something has been missing, and I feel as though with Yod coming in, there is this destined moment, this destined awareness that I think we're building into. And the Mercury opposition with Chiron honestly feels to me like it really is this message that I think that we're receiving from Spirit, that is asking us to have more self-belief, more integrity, more ego awareness, more emotional awareness when it comes to our ego, you know, looking at our triggers and actually allowing them to teach us something, not looking at our triggers and going, oh, well, you know, they triggered me, so like my reaction was justified. This is about us having to understand our reactions. Why though? Why did you react like that? Why did it trigger you so badly? We need to look at the whys. I feel as though we've spent a long time sort of trying to reach the top of the mountain. We've spent a long time trying to have this positive mindset, this positive, you know, it's all like, you know, it's giving me Abraham Hicks sort of stuff where it's like focusing on the positive and always having a good outlook and all that stuff. But when we're focusing too high on the positive, we ignore the facts sometimes, and the facts are realistic, and we need to look at reality in order to understand how to move forward. You know, we do have a yod today between Jupiter and Chiron and with Venus. So that is why the yod is coming out. So this is pointing towards Venus, and Venus is in that really lovely trine with Mars, who's in Cancer. And so Venus being the dispositor of the South Node, and the Sun is with the South Node, Mercury is with the South Node, Lilith is with the South Node. This is a day of having to understand our own power when it comes to the way we look, the way we feel, the way our life looks, all of these things. We have wishes and sensitivity at the bottom of the deck. So we're needing to understand that we can make a wish for the life you want to live, and actively start building it. We've been talking about this for so long, and so I feel like we need to keep going on this path. We need to keep going along this purification journey where we're really like this Chiron and Jupiter connection. It's about understanding just how important our values are, how important the way we are looking at ourselves in our life and our self-esteem really is. This is really a lot about self-esteem because the Sun is right behind that Mercury. So we're going to be having that opposition with the Sun very soon, and you know, the closer that the Sun gets to where Mercury is, the closer we are getting to that exact square with Mars. It's getting stronger. Mars is at 18 degrees. The Sun is at 16 degrees today. So we're getting really, really close to that Mars square, and we're starting to feel the intensity of things. So today, like I said yesterday, these are our 2 days of really receiving a beautiful blessing and receiving a message from Spirit, especially because we have the moon in Sagittarius, who will be moving into a square at the end of the day, towards the evening, towards our nighttime for us Aussies on Wednesday. So we are going to be seeing the moon, talking it out, hashing it out with Neptune, and we're needing to, you know, take that as an opportunity to really look at our, you know, our lives from a bird's eye view, from a perspective that takes us out of the actual, you know, grind of it all, the physical reality, the moment, you know, giving ourselves a moment to take a step back, giving ourselves a moment to breathe. I think this Venus and Mars trine and this yod that is really there today is an opportunity to receive a moment of clarity through maybe even play, or maybe even a really beautiful healing conversation, or a joyful silly conversation, or just something that really has us laughing. You know, I think laughing at our own shadow, I think is this energy, I think today, laughing at the silliness, and that square with Neptune, laughing at the craziness, laughing at how weird everything is, laughing at the fact that you haven't reached the top of the mountain yet. You know, we need to have a bit more of a lighthearted energy with the power of what we're going to be experiencing. One of my favorite astrologers, Steve Judd, he says this all the time, but darkness cannot exist where humor is, or something like that. He has this great quote that he uses, and I love that because it's true. You know, darkness cannot take control and take over when there is humor. So humor is that light energy, and that's why Sagittarius is funny, because, you know, if you think about it, Sagittarius is one of the it's the higher consciousness, and it's also the funniest sign. So humor is that higher consciousness. Now we have Aditi coming out with Expand Your Consciousness, Amaterasu with No More Hiding, and Pele with Light Your Fire. So there is this need to no longer hide anymore. We've been hiding well and truly long enough. We have the Two of Cups coming out. So this is not hiding the love in your life, not hiding you, not hiding your self-esteem, your self-worth, how beautiful you are, but it's also not hiding the connections that you have and the beautiful, valuable people. And it's telling them. We have the Chariot. So this is really the day. This is the day where it's like, we're ready to go. And I think that moon's opposition with Jupiter is a little bit of a boost in that, you know, even though Jupiter is about to go retrograde, that is still positive. So there are still possibilities for us to see into this more expansive future and this beautiful, bright future, even though we know that we're not going to be physically experiencing it just yet. We have teacher. So I feel as though for a lot of us, we might be receiving a message from a teacher today, a guide, someone that reaches out to us, or someone that, you know, gives us that sense of recognition. Yes, keep doing it, keep going on the path, keep building, keep getting excited, keep moving. Expanding. I think maybe this is a day where, even with that Mercury opposition with Chiron, maybe there is somebody that comes in and just gives you a new idea, gives you a new thought. And I saw 1111 on the camera when I just said that. So it feels as though a message comes in today, and it could literally be from your partner. It could be from your spouse with that beautiful Yod over to Venus. It could be that your partner says something to you today that actually wakes you up and makes you feel, you know, connected to this sensitivity and connected to this beautiful awakening subconscious energy that asks you to finally step into this listening energy. I'm going to listen to what other people are telling me instead of having this idea of I know best and everything. That's what Sagittarius shadow is. I know best. And the opposition with Jupiter and Mercury, we need to understand that we don't have all the answers. We don't know everything. And so that teacher archetype, the light attributes, is an ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. The shadow attributes is manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. So it really is about needing to open up to a beautiful, a purified way of understanding knowledge, and a beautiful understanding of where we need to be open to being taught by life, being taught by God, being taught by nature, you know. I think a lot of us get caught up in this, I need to show up and know it all, you know, and that's this moon opposition with Jupiter. I need to know it all in order to have it all worked out. No, understand that a part of the process is not being all put together. A part of the process is things not looking quite right. That is a part of it. So it's understanding that we put ourselves back together through sometimes having to break apart and through needing to learn through other people sometimes. And sometimes that means getting a wake-up call from a partner or a friend or someone that comes in and says, this is what you need to do. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming out. So this is about moving slowly towards the mission and moving without, he's not rushing. He's not even riding the goddamn horse. He's walking beside it. He feels his abundance so much that he's walking beside the horse. He doesn't feel like he needs to rush. Like this chariot and the Knight of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, okay, when you rush, when you need to run. But when you need to stop and when you need to move slowly, move slowly. This is about having the intelligence to know when to move, when to stop, all these sorts of things. So I'm going to read real quickly out of the book. I'm getting a very itchy nose now. And my camera's about to run out of battery, so that's why I'm trying to talk so goddamn fast. Where's P? Pele really wants to speak. Channel your creative and emotional passion. Get energized. Pele explodes into your world today with volcanic force and searing heat, so prepare to be shaken and stirred. That's that Yod with Venus. At the same time as she makes that trine with Mars, we are going to be shaken and stirred today. You may have been doing a good job at keeping a lid on your emotions and passions, but something might be about to erupt, and we can feel it. Today's the day where we start to feel that eruption building. This is intense. Literally that moon opposition with Pluto, with Jupiter who's about to go retrograde at the same time as Mercury opposition with Chiron, we're going to be starting to feel what's about to sort of pop off. As long as you channel them positively, you can boldly let your fiery feelings and creative juices flow. If you've been feeling lackluster recently, Pele is here to light the fire in your belly. Imagine this flaming goddess standing in front of you, warming up your solar plexus. She sends energizing sparks throughout your entire body. If you're feeling jealous, that's the thing with Venus too, and Scorpio. Try Pele's healing remedy. Jealousy is honestly here to guide you and help you understand what you want. Consider the person you're jealous of as symbolizing an aspect of your own inner power that you haven't yet claimed. Reframe this person as an inspiration rather than a threat. If they can do it or have it, so can you. Pele invites you to turn up the heat in your life. Be an ardent lover, an enthusiastic contributor, a fervent force of dynamic creativity. Don't withhold your passion. Live with your soul on fire. And that's what this Chariot really feels like, is this soul on fire. You know, this person is excited by life. They're not scared of it. They're not trying to hide. They're not trying to run away. They're going for it, and they embrace the light and the dark. They embrace the shadow and the beauty. All of it. Additional meanings: express and explore your sexuality in safe ways. Channel your anger creatively to create positive change through writing, art, physical movement, campaigning, public speaking, and so forth. Respectfully visit and support Hawaii's sacred cultural sites. And the invocation is: I express intense energy in positive ways. I embrace the fire within. So embrace this fire within, because that's going to be having things come up, you know? Like I said, there could be an argument or something that happens with your partner or something today, or someone close to you, or a work colleague, someone that sort of actually lights a fire under your ass. See the bigger picture. The universe is opening you up. Look up at the sky, the clouds, the stars, the planets, and the endless expanses stretching out in all directions. You're part of a vast, limitless consciousness and divinely ordered universe. It may be hard to remember this right now, as you're consumed with the details, problems, and demands of everyday life. You might feel restricted, confined, or limited by your circumstances. Maybe you've been spending too much time indoors or listening to inflexible, narrow ideas. A deity invites you to gaze upon the sky outside your window. Her expansive energy swells around your tight forehead, freeing up your mind. That's what your mind needs. It needs freeing up. Looking at the sky, you know, the head. It's about looking elsewhere, looking up. You've reached an impasse because you've become closed to alternative options, she says. It's easy to get locked inside your own head. You get stuck in a rut and see only dead ends and foregone conclusions. Open your consciousness, connect with the divine mind, and feel the rich expansiveness. You're not limited in any way, and I'm here to show you the extensive possibilities and plentiful resources that are always available. Widen your perspective, stand up and stretch out your arms to the universe. Be open to unexpected blessings, surprising solutions, and new avenues of understanding. Ew. Your guidance from a deity is to broaden your horizons mentally, physically, or spiritually. Be curious. Try new things, new ways of exercising. That's something that's coming up. New ways of moving your body. Don't take this situation personally. Study philosophy or ancient knowledge systems such as astrology or Ayurveda. Travel or move abroad. Get a second opinion. Develop your connection with spiritual guides. And your invocation is: my mind is open and flexible. I'm willing to expand. And Pele jumped out again with King Neptune sensitivity at the bottom of the deck. So we are needing to really expand our spiritual awareness, and that's what this day is. I love this day. I think it's beautiful. I think this is a gorgeous day to connect us with our true mission. And when it comes to our partners, you know, to be building with someone, alongside one, intimately, with depth, and with true, pure, loving intention, and with honest, honorable intentions. You know, I feel as though this is a time in our lives where we really are clearing out these cobwebs, you know, with the spider. We're clearing these webs away. We're facing the shadows. We're understanding where we need healing and where we need to be mentally prepared to give ourselves what it is that we need. We need to be communicating and to be being honest and sharing our truth, and, you know, not putting a mask on, not hiding behind a fake perception or a fake persona, but actually, you know, telling the truth. And that's what that Venus Yod is today. It's about telling the truth. So my loves, I'm going to leave this reading there. If you did enjoy this, please do give it a like, because it really does help my channel and it helps to spread these videos to more astro nerds like me and yourself. If you would like to book a personal tarot or astrology reading with me, you can do that down below through the link in my description. Make sure you check out your channeled song. I would like to thank your angels, your ancestors, your higher self, your spirit guides, all the beautiful benevolent beings that are surrounding you and I in all moments, for allowing me to receive and to deliver this message for you guys. If you have anything down below that you'd like to share, any suggestions, anything like that, please do let me know. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next daily horoscope. Peace.